Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Insanity Challenge in Farming Simulator 19. I've got a new challenge lined up, and we're going to go on Estancia Lapacho because pretty much nobody's on this map. The first thing we need to do is buy some land, because I need land to start off with, and I need to buy land that does not have a field on it. So that patch there would be good. Come on, nice cheap land. Give me cheap land. Because I gotta buy a patch of land that has no workable fields. If possible. This map is really expensive. Holy cow. There's a patch of land down there by the harbour. That's just a huge empty patch. That patch has a field. What about this patch up here? 400,000. This patch has a field. So I think we're probably going to be best off going for this patch here, which hopefully we can do some work with. And we are going to need to buy a small yard. Now I'm going to start off with some sheds. I'm going to go with... I did not install this mod, but okay, this is... Apparently this comes with Estancia Lapacho. So, I'm going in the wrong direction for this. It will be over here. I don't own this land, apparently, question mark? Which land do I own? What's the bit down by field 3? Okay. So, if I were to bring up the map and go down in this direction, down by field 3, should own this segment of map. Yes, we do. And we can start setting up a yard of some description. So that can be a storage shelter right there. And I just need to find the right direction to walk. So we should have a pretty big barn there. Perfect. The reason I've got a barn is because most of the rules that were in the original Insanity Challenge back in FS17 will still apply. So we've got to keep our equipment indoors. Now I have made some changes for... Holy cow, that's really destroyed the land over here. I have made some changes to suit Farming Simulator 19, but, you know, the basic rule is everything's got to be stored in a shed. I am now going to have to pull out a loan, which is one of the big changes that I've made, is that loans are allowed. So let's pull out a decent sized loan, because I'm going to need to buy a lot of stuff here. So the first thing we're going to need to buy is a farmhouse. That is actually required for the challenge, and then we'll start buying our equipment and stuff. So we're just going to max out the loan and get ourselves a farmhouse, which comically is near identical to the house that was on the map before. Come on. Let me deform the terrain. There we go. And now we can start buying equipment. So we're going to need to buy a tractor. The only tractor that I'm allowed to buy to begin with is the Fiat 1300 DT, which we can set up with, I think, yeah, everything we're going to need. So it's not going to be fast, but it'll do. We will also need to now check these. Transport, fertilize, harvest. Perfect. So let's kind of plan ahead here. We're going to need a harvester. Which, there's no rule saying what harvester I can buy, but I'm going to buy the bison. And I'm going to buy the header, because most of it will probably be grain. Now for plows, actually there is a rule, and it would be the smallest equipment possible rule to begin with. I am going to give myself dispensation to buy the aggro mash because I prefer reversible plows. Cultivators, that's 3 meters, that's 3.4, so it will have to be the row. I never checked I could have got the rabbit, but that'll be fine. Cedars, it can be either of these two. I'll get the Amazon D8. Planters I'm not gonna bother with right now. Fertilizer technology. Again, dispense. Oh, I can't afford that. Oh no. I've made a horrible mistake. I'm not allowed to... I've got to sell something. It's gonna be the cedar for now. Because I need a trailer in order to do harvesting missions. And that's the only contract I'll be able to take up for now. So let's get... It's cotton. Let's take the transport mission and hope I can do it, because otherwise I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. I'm not allowed to tab, so I'm going to have to walk to the shop. I will do a quick little time lapse of getting over there, and I'll catch you guys once I am down at the end of the road there. We're just getting to the shop now, and I should mention, you guys, I'll put the link to the rules in the description. You guys can play along at home if you wish. Do I need a combine right now? I don't think so. I know that this is just throwing money away. But let's get rid of these two so that I can buy a fertilizer spreader. I'm gonna get this one, but I'm going to keep it as small as I can. The reason I'm getting this one as opposed to the Kuhn Axis is because the Bradle can take lime. We do have the transporting contract currently active, and I have no idea how this is going to work. I am going to have to drive in cab, and an interesting kind of thing that I've put into the rules. Now, you might notice that I'm buying a lot of equipment, and that's all above board. The thing that I can't do, however, is buy land. I can't. There's a reason I was looking for land that didn't have a field attached. I am not allowed to buy land. Where am I going for this? From harbour to Soma. So I need to get down to the harbour, which should be slightly faster this way, actually. I'm not allowed to buy workable land until I actually have paid off the loan. So we're going to be doing a lot of contracting. I have not put in the no forestry rule, so the trees that are on the land, any trees that are on the land that I own, I can, if I wish, sell off. Yeah, I can cut them down, chop them up, sell them off. So that's going to be a way to make money. The no GPS rule doesn't exist yet. If and when GPS gets released, it will be put in, kind of as a retrospective rule. But for now, there's no GPS mod, so there's no need to have a no GPS mod rule. The basics are, and the only rules that really affect me right now are, the only tractor allowed is the Fiat, to begin with, as a starter vehicle. I can upgrade this later on, even before I get workable land. But all the equipment has to be the smallest, and once we start getting workable land, that's going to be my priority, is just getting land that I can start farming on, and I will continue doing contracts until, like, even once I have workable land, just to give myself a cash boost. You might notice that I didn't do the cotton harvesting mission, and the very simple reason behind that is that I've banned leasing equipment. Now, you can take out as much or as little of the loan as you like when you start, but you do need to buy a farmhouse, because the working hours, and I do have the limitation in place, are until 10 o'clock, which is the time that you can start sleeping in game, and you have to stop work then and get yourself to bed, skip forward till morning. You can start working immediately. And there's no exemption for animals. You must stop work of all types at 10 PM, get to the farmhouse, sleep, wake up in the next morning, and get back to work. That's the way that I'm running the time limitation rule now. There is a skip night function that works reliably in single player. I know that it's a bit broken in multiplayer at the moment, so I wouldn't advise you try this on a server. Plus, with the single tractor limitation that I've put in place for the beginning, I haven't put a maximum on tractors, so you can, in theory, have multiple tractors towards the end game. But I think I'll put a hard worker limitation in place. I can't remember the exact rule I put in there, because it's not going to affect me until I own workable land. So I am kind of after thinking all of this through in an evil way. Now the reason that I'm in cab is because I have to be. The rules say that I have to be... Is that mirror broken? That mirror seems a bit broken. Yeah, the mirrors on this may be slightly borked. And another little thing that I should mention is I'm currently playing the game on beta patch 1.1.2. So in theory my wheel should work, but I'm not after putting it in because I can't be bothered, basically. So the previous Insanity Challenge that I did back in Farming Simulator 17, that was all streamed. That was a stream-based series. This one is going to be a bit different. It's going to be video-based because I can skip through some boring stuff and just throw time lapses in. And I could have time lapsed this journey, only I figured there was a lot of talking needed to be done about kind of explaining everything to you guys and kind of letting you know how the series is going to work. So we're going to be doing as much contracting as we possibly can. I'm hoping that I've got the right equipment for this. If I need a forklift or a front loader, I will just buy a forklift and drive it down, and that'll be time-lapsed. That'll be skipped through, because I don't think you guys want to watch me do this journey again at 25 kilometers an hour in a different vehicle. You know, I know that it can be incredibly boring. And I should mention as well the reason that I'm doing this on Estancia Lapacho. Because I don't think I did. The reason that I'm doing this on this map is very simple. You guys know that I despised this map in FS17. I thought it was very bad. I do need a forklift. Oh, this is going to be a very expensive contract to do, but we'll have a forklift at least. The reason I'm playing on this map as opposed to either of the two that came with the game is basically I've got to walk back to the shop. Basically because it's a vast improvement. I can walk through the fields, however. This might make it faster. I will catch you. This new version of Estancia Lapacho, the FS19 version that has all the fixes. I'm just gonna pick. How do I pick? There should be a button to pick stuff up. Oh, it's too heavy. Okay. Going back to what I was saying like 3 times now. It's a vast improvement over the version that was in FS17. I feel like it's got a lot more life with the bushes and whatnot. It just feels so much better. And there is some cool extra stuff that Giants threw in for the use in FS19. As well as that, it's a pretty flat map. It's kind of refreshingly flat, so it's going to be pretty easy to put down placeables, as you've already seen. So I will catch you guys probably back in the harbour, and we'll just skip through getting over to the shop, I guess, and getting back. So catch you guys on the other side here. Alright, we're almost down at the harbour, and something that I realised on the drive down here is that I've not used this thing in cab yet. So I have no idea how well or badly the actual loading into the trailer is going to go. Also, the trailer isn't really set up to be loaded into like this, so this could be an interesting situation for sure. You might notice that I do have the beacon on. You can see it flashing against the front there, and you probably have seen it flashing against the front for the entire length of the video. Or the entire length of the little time-lapse, so... I have been very considerate to other drivers and let people know that there is a lunatic driving around the forklift. This entire time. So let's get loading, hopefully. Fingers crossed. That is not the correct side to load from. There we go. That should be mostly lined up, and we're just going to keep it nice and slow. Moving in here. Nice and slow, Dave. Here we go. If I tip this forward enough, can I get this like fully into the trailer so that it'll just drop down? That'd be very nice indeed. That's... I mean, that's gonna be good enough, hopefully. Let's get the engine off, back into the Fiat. And can I put the... No, I can't put straps on. That's a bit of a shame. So let's get on the move and hope that it doesn't fall out of the trailer. Which it shouldn't, because this thing shouldn't be able to go fast enough to cause many issues. But, ooh, okay, never mind, it can actually go fast enough to cause some issues. Can I wobble it so that it's stable in the trailer, actually? Like, that'd be very nice. I don't think I'll be able to. So, we gotta make it all the way up to the sawmill, which means we're gonna have a very long, slow drive ahead of us. And this Fiat doesn't have beacons. If it did, they'd be on. Ooh, the pallet has in fact wobbled its way into the trailer. So, yeah, we've got quite a long drive here. I'm planning on going up along this road. Taking the turn-off over by what is now my yard, my contracting yard, up by Field 3, skirting around the outside of Field 3, going around the top of Field 29 and into the sawmill that way. But you'll get to see that in high speed because we're going to another time-lapse. I know this is very time-lapse heavy, but I don't think you guys want to see me driving around the map at 25 kilometers an hour. You know, I think you might get bored. I can get bored because this is going to be a very long, slow, boring drive for me because I don't have any music or anything. But I don't want you guys getting bored. So let's get going with hopefully some music and some high speed. Speedy, speedy, go, go! Alright, so after far too long and slow of a drive, where we were held up for by the train at least once, I see no train on the way, so let's cross the line here. We were held up by the train. We are now very, very nearly at the sawmill, and I have no idea how to deliver this, so this could get very interesting. I'm hoping that just driving through the where's the pallet gone? That's okay, it's still in the trailer. I was concerned. Hopefully I can just drive the trailer through here and it'll ping that I've completed the mission or the contract. No. Am I going to need to active? Can I not do? I can't do the contract. I've spent all that time driving, and because I didn't have it on the forklift, I can't do the contract. Oh boy. Back down to the shop. Actually, on the way down to the shop, I'm going to take a bit of a circuitous route to get to the yard, so that I can drop off the trailer. Because I need to get down to the shop to pick up some fertilizer to do, let's say, field 22 for now. Where is field 22? Oh, that's a bit of a loop away from the shop, but it should be fine to do. That I don't mind taking a bit of a loop if we get a good contract out of it. So this is all going wrong immediately. I mean, I at first I bought equipment that I literally couldn't afford. I had to sell some of it back. You know, I don't have a combine at the moment, which I kind of need in order to do farming. So this mission or this contract giving me $5,000 will be good. The reason that I own one of the reasons that I said in the rules that, you know, you have to own all the equipment is because I've found that's the best way to balance out the contracting system. Like, if you are leasing equipment, you lose money. If you lease equipment, forget to empty it of fertilizer, you lose so much money. So the reason that I am doing it this way is so that I can kind of maximize. This is a kind of a... It's a rule that kind of loopholes a few things. And with fertilizer I have to use the big bags, so even if there is an infinite store of fertilizer made at some point, I will still need to use the big bags, by the way. And also, like I've said in streams, I'll only be using mods from Giants Mod Hub and a few select ones from FSUK, because FSUK sometimes has some real gems, and all the mods there are tested, so I'll know they work. I'm not using mods from the likes of Mod Hoster, which is why I said, oh, there's no infinite fertilizer, so, you know, buy points yet. There are, I know, on Mod Hoster, but they're not tested by anybody, so as far as I'm concerned, they may or may not work. They might work for you guys, they might work for everybody, but without it being tested and passed as a good mod by anybody, you know, I'm just gonna set it as something that does not or may not work. I'm making a right shambles of getting this into the shed. Oh, a right shambles indeed, because I may have just Austin Powers myself. If we put it up over in this corner of the shed here, as long as it's under the covers, I don't mind. I just need it to be like under a cover in this shed. That's perfectly fine by my standards, and we're just going to ramp off the side here and have a minor incident. So self-right the tractor here, which should happen fairly quickly. The new physics, I'm gonna get out of cab just for a minute so that you guys don't get headaches or anything, because that is quite an off-putting Camera angle. Oh, is the Fiat the one tractor that can't do this? Oh, there we are. Self-righted. So if I flip, I will, you know, go out of cab just so you guys don't get motion sickness or anything, or seasickness, because I know some people do suffer from that, and it's a bit inconsiderate of me to do it that way. If people are gonna get sick, I don't want to make you guys sick with the videos. So it's off down to the shop we go to pick up the fertilizer spreader, and I will need to pick up some pallets. I'll pick up, let's say 3 pallets of fertilizer, or as much as I can afford. Which may not be the best idea, but we should make profit off the contracts. Because once we get the Field 22 contract done, we can move on to the Field 27 contract. The only contract we can't currently do is Field 4, which is cotton. And I don't have 400,000 to be spending on a cotton harvester. Now I'm not going to immediately start paying off the loan, because I do want to pick up more and more equipment to be able to do any contract that might come up. Now lime contracts are kind of interesting. I don't know if they even exist. I've never seen one, but I will have to pick up lime by the trailer load and find a way to get it into the lime spreader. I may need to get myself actually a skid steer before I can do lime missions, because I will need to get it into the lime spreader, which is also the fertilizer spreader, in order to actually, you know, spread it, because I have to pick it up with the little trailer that I've got, and that's not going to be able to produce palleted lime. So let's get back here like this. Please tell me this will work. It should work. I hope this works. We'll pick up a few big bags of solid fertilizer. 3, 4, 5 should do. And we should be able to just immediately fill from the first one. Oh, first 2. That's even more convenient. So now for the rest, I'm going to have to position myself, because I don't want to go up to the go over to the harbour just yet and pick up the forklift. Come on. There we go. That would be less than ideal, because it would be a very long walk and then a very long drive back. This is not going to fill the spreader, is it? This spreader has quite a high capacity, as it turns out. Because that is... just coming out of cab to look. Yeah, that is all the fertilizer we bought. So, off down to Field 22 we go. And another quick little time lapse just to get down there. I'll get back to you once we're down there and we start spreading. This is the bit that I've not been looking forward to, because I have not done fertilizer spinning in cab in a very long time, and I can't remember just how easy or difficult it is. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a headland here just so that I've got something to work with. It's not going to be a perfect headland, but it'll do. And I will do this entire job. Don't have access to the land. I do have access to the land because I'm contracting it. I will do this entire job in this video, but I will probably speed time up again, just so that we kind of get somewhere with it. Because this headland, it's going to take a while, you know, there's a lot of field here to be done. And I've got to do, I think, is it 90%-ish of the field in order for the mission to trigger as complete. Or the contract, I apologize, to trigger as complete. It is a mission, but it's a contract mission, I guess. The game is a bit, like, between achievements and the way the game refers to them, it is a bit confused, because it's... In the achievements, it's referred to as missions, but in-game, it's referred to as contracts. So there is kind of a weird, funny disconnect there. They have the same kind of result, but there is a minor difference. So, one of the reasons that I decided that buying a fertilizer spreader and straight up banning leased equipment for contracts, number one, it'll make some of them more difficult. Definitely the harvesting contracts once we do get a harvester, because we won't be able to get a very big harvester, and as a result some of the harvesting contracts will be a bit imbalanced because our harvester will be theoretically too small for the field. Number two, and this is kind of the bigger reason with the likes of this contract here, fertilizing and even seeding contracts, we can theoretically make a bigger profit by actually using our own spreader, which will get us a base bonus. Number one. And number two, we will get kind of a secondary bonus from having fertilizer left over after the mission is done, that we can then spread on other fields as well. So it's going to be a case of just, I'm going to kind of technically cheat a small bit and just look at the map here to see how well we're doing. We're down to field 22. My alignment isn't bad. We are spreading over the entirety of the crop here, and it is darkening, so if I was using this out of cab, I would be fine. I am actually going to very briefly pop out of cab just to get a thumbnail, which I need to insert a console command for, so I apologize for this. Just toggle F, tab, yes, down, O. Just to get a thumbnail for this video. We'll do it like this. And also like this. Now we're back in cab. See? That wasn't painful at all, was it? We do a full first pass done. Or full headland pass. And I'm going to keep the HUD off because I don't think it's really necessary for contracting as such. See, the problem is here on the second pass where I'm not entirely sure where to start. How are we doing? We're missing quite a large portion of the field here, aren't we? No, no, we're not. We're actually doing pretty well on the alignment. I will actually need to bring the HUD back up and just realised it'll tell me when the contract is complete. So a few thoughts on Estancia Lapacho, because you guys know I didn't like it in FS17. A lot of people didn't like it in FS17. Landykid tried it out the other day, and we were on TeamSpeak today. He said, Dave, dude, you have to download Estancia. Trust me. I said, dude, that map is terrible. Nobody likes Estancia Lapacho. He said, no, trust me, download the map. So I gave it a download, and yeah, it's been, I guess, resurrected is probably the best term, because that map was very, very dead in FS17, and I don't know of many people who did enjoy playing this map. Back in Farming Simulator 17, but now it is so much better. Oh my god, there's actually life on the map. Like, it doesn't feel like a flat barren landscape anymore with some trees. Now that the bushes are in and all that kind of stuff, it kind of feels a bit more alive. Yes, it's technically, there's less on the map because there's no yards and no sheds. But in reality, it just feels so much more alive. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just get back into the time-lapsey kind of mood, because I'm doing a terrible job on this field, and I've actually gone into a bit that's already been spread. And we'll finish up this field in time-lapse mode, then I'll get back to you guys and sign off for the video, which I have no idea how long it's going to be because I haven't done any of the time-lapses yet. I've just been sat here recording for the past 47 minutes. Alright, we've just had the little pop-up in the top. It might be a bit hard to see. Contract on field 22 is finished. We've only used about 2,000 litres of fertilizer, which is great. We've only used about 2 pallets, so that's what... How much is a pallet of fertilizer? 3,200 euro worth of fertilizer, and we've made 5,400 euro. So not a lot, but enough. This could get a bit iffy because I'm gonna take the Field 27 contract, and oh no, we've made literally some profit because we're gonna be going over to Field 27, making another 5,000 over there very shortly. But that'll be the next episode because I've been recording for 15 minutes now, and I think that should be enough for just the one video at least. I will do all the time lapsing and stuff, and remember all of that stuff, because I have done some stuff to make sure that I can remember it. But that is going to be it for now from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave your comments down below. Leave a like while you're down there. And if you haven't done so already, you'll be down in the right area to do it. You can hit the old subscribe button and see even more videos and streams, mainly streams from me. I do love streaming. So that's kind of what I'm primarily doing at the moment. But I'll leave you by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching the Insanity Challenge Mark II, I guess, on Farming Simulator 19. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.